Hey there, real estate agents. If your business is struggling a little bit right now, it's time to take a long, hard look at the people you're hanging out with. Are they feeding you or are they stealing from you? Who are your friends? Who are your family? Who are your teachers and instructors that you're listening to? Are they helping or hurting? We're going to deep dive into that today and hopefully give you some insight on what to do. Hey guys, it's Rebecca Yusan with My Real Estate Agent Lifestyle, eXp Realty, and Think Future Real Estate. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified every time I post an AI for Real Estate Agent video. Did you know if you partner with me at eXp Realty, choose me as your sponsor, you will get my setup for AI lead gen on autopilot for free. In fact, you'll get all of my AI coaching absolutely free. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the good, the bad, the ugly of real estate. I'm your host, Rebecca Yusan, and I'm still so excited. We're in season 4 of our podcast, episode 3. And what we're doing is for the next year, I'm going to be recording and talking about what's going on with me. I've made a lot of changes in my business and my life, and I'm learning from people who are where I want to be. And one of the things I picked up was from Russell Brunson. And he said when he was getting started, he did a podcast every day for 1 year. And when that 1 year was over, he never wanted for anything. Everything was just taken care of simply because he recorded what was going on in his life every day and put it out there for the world. And now it's still paying him. So he said his first 50 recordings were pretty bad, but then they got better and better. And he started picking up traction. And I'm pretty excited. I actually had 5 downloads of my first episode and so far 2 of my second. I think one was me, but that's okay. I don't care. So it's exciting. It might be working. Someone is listening to me. And thank you, whoever are my first followers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you stay along for the ride, and I hope this impacts you. So today, I want to talk about something that I'll probably talk about a lot, and that's who are you surrounding yourself with? It's a big deal, you guys. And I'm sure all of you have heard it before, but sometimes you hear things, but you don't really hear them and take them in and fully understand them, right? That's a thing. One of my coaches right now will say all the time, I mentioned this yesterday, his name is Sunny. He's constantly saying to us, I told you guys this 2 weeks ago, yesterday, this is what we were doing. Why aren't you listening to me? And we're totally listening to him. We're taking notes. We're trying to take in everything he's telling us. Just sometimes you're just not ready to hear it. And you just don't hear it. So, let me take these darn reading glasses off. I have reading glasses now. You can't see that unless you're watching me on YouTube. Anyway, so who are you surrounding yourself with? I said all of that to say, who are you surrounding yourself with? What are your friends like? What's your family like? Who in your real estate world are you listening to? Okay. Let me give you some more examples. Since I've had a pretty good life. I've had a lot of ups and downs. I've had a lot of trial and error, right? But when I look back, I have 0 regrets. Some things I wish I would have done differently, but you can't change it. But since I've moved to Florida in 2020, my life has been totally changed. And I believe it's because of my environment. This environment makes me feel so good. But my friends have changed as well. A lot, even just since I arrived here. When I left Michigan, I left a lot of friends behind. That was it. Like we couldn't hang out anymore, and they just weren't around anymore. And it's not like I called them and talked on the phone with them before I left. I only went out with them and did things with them. And most of them are gone now. I don't even know what they're doing. And it's kind of sad. But I also don't miss the depressing conversations that we used to have. Don't miss that at all. Since I've come to Florida, I've made a lot of friends and lost a lot of friends because they were exhausting. And I was probably exhausting to them too. So I'm not saying it's a one-way thing, right? It's two ways. Relationships go two ways. This past year, I have really cleaned house. And it's been difficult, but easy and so fulfilling. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you have people around because it's convenient or it's less quiet, or maybe they're just fun and you like to hang out with them. But the friends that I've gained and lost over the past few years, hope they're not listening to this, but I don't miss them one bit. They were draining. They were exhausting. They may have been fun to go out with and hang out with, but they weren't giving me anything business-wise or growing-wise. I want to be big. I want to be bold. I want to be something. I already said I want to leave a legacy. And the people that I was hanging out with were not legacy thinkers. They weren't looking to build a legacy. It's hard to find people that want to leave a legacy. It's few and far between. Most people just live in the moment, which is good. You should live in the moment. But don't you just want more? Don't you want more? Like, I always want more. And it's not that I'm not satisfied. If this is as good as it gets, I'm probably okay with that. But there's no way this is as good as it gets because I just don't allow it. I get so bored. So over the last year, I don't like to say I can't believe it, but I don't know what the other phrase is. I love how much I've changed inside, my confidence. I can't believe I'm doing this podcast. And there again, like, what are the right words for that? It's not that I can't believe it because I've wanted to do it and it's happening and it's real. But what do I say instead of I can't believe it? Can someone tell me? I can believe it, but it's like, but I can't in the same. I also can't believe it because I'm doing the things that I've wanted to do for so long, or I didn't even know I was going to be doing this, and it's so exciting. But that's because of the people I've been putting myself around. That's because of the people I've been listening to. I've been listening. You know, in the real estate world, there's tons of successful people. Tons, right? But they may not speak to you. I actually had to go outside of the real estate world to find some people I could listen to and learn from. And that's been weird. A lot of people always I just hung out with people in real estate because that was my world. But lately I've been meeting people outside of sales even. They don't even sell anything. How do you not sell something? I've been selling things since I left home. So it's been refreshing to be around a completely new perspective and a different way of living, a different way of life. It's taught me how to, I have this really special friend. He works so much. And I couldn't believe how much he worked. But he had no choice. That's just what he did. And I think he enjoys what he does, but it's a lot. And I am really good at not working. I think we all are. But just through watching him, I thought, I wasn't having a passion for what I was doing. And he had a real commitment to what he was doing. He maybe wasn't enjoying it, but he had a commitment. And I wanted that so badly. But he's not even in sales or anything. He's just not even in my world. But he showed me how to be totally committed to something, even if you don't like it. So I've been asking for that. So it's kind of, I don't know if that makes any sense what I'm saying, but he showed me a new perspective of he's committed to his company to do a good job for them. And that's inspiring to me. Because sometimes when you work for yourself, in my world, if you just aren't passionate about something or not sold out to it, I'm just not going to do it. I quit. I'm going to do something else. That's what we do as entrepreneurs, I think, sometimes. But anyway, I've been listening to people, reading books by people who are where I want to be. They're influential. I want to be influential. And I want to do things that I enjoy doing and make money doing them. Make lots of money, not just to get by money. Like I want to make FU money. I just want to make a lot of money. I want to live big. So I've been listening to people that make a lot of money doing things they love. They put a lot into it, but they love it. And that's what I want to be. That's how I want to be. I want to be able to have choices in my life to live the way I want. I want to be able to be flexible. If I want to take a vacation, I can, and I can unplug. And you can do that in the real estate world if you set things up right. If you have your base set up, you can. But you have to have it set up. And you have to set boundaries, right? That's a whole nother show. So this weekend is Labor Day weekend 2023. Labor Day weekend 2023. And usually a holiday, a long weekend is exciting to me, right? Because you don't really have to work, even though in real estate, that's when we work more during the holidays. But since I've been in Florida, it's, hey, I get to go spend the weekend at the beach with my friends, hanging out. We're going to go out. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to unplug. But this year, 2023, I was thinking a few days ago, I should have some people over to go to the beach and hang out because I was feeling obligated to do that. I was feeling like I needed to invite people over because that's what you do when you live on the water. But then a couple days ago, I just thought, no, I have some big things that I'm working on. And this year, Labor Day 2023, I want to be sitting on my couch working. What is wrong with me? But I know if I do that this year, next year is going to be big, right? Because I'm putting my foundation in this year. This is a building year, putting in the foundation so that next year I can live like no other, right? I can't wait to come back to this episode next year. And now it's recorded for me. So this is like my journal too, I guess. I can't wait to come back to it and just compare the difference. So, Rebecca in 2024, be big, girl. Do it. Rebecca, do the steps so you can be big in 2024. Oh, that's exciting. And I know I'm on the path because I've just thrown up my hands and I'm not saying this is easy, but I've just said whatever my coaches tell me to do, I'm just going to do everything I can to do it. Okay? I might question some things, like why. Sometimes I have to understand why. Why do you do that? But I'm just trying to sell out to setting up my base, doing the tasks so that I can get it done and move on to next, right? Whatever next is big. I want to have a big 2024, and it's probably going to happen. I want every year from now on to be bigger and better, but that I've only gotten here. Like I hate saying this, but I just can't believe this is what I'm doing now. It's so fun and exciting. But I've been asking for it. I've been asking. I believe in the universe. Maybe you believe in God, Allah. I don't know what it is that you believe in. Yourself. I'm constantly asking the universe, what's next? Blow my mind. Where should I be? What was I put here for? Show me. And it's happening. It's so cool and so easy. So easy. How come I didn't know this so many years ago when I was struggling so badly? I think part of it is you just kind of get pigeonholed into thinking that you need to be doing what other people think you should be doing, like your friends and family, right? Instead of what's doing on your heart. But sometimes what's on your heart doesn't pay the bills. So that makes it hard. But you have to figure it out. You have to figure that out. Maybe you have to move in with your ex-husband like I did for a while. Blah. So I'm following, like I signed up for a 3-day class and it's very intense. It was $97, which is nothing compared to all the other coaching that I've signed up for. Ugh, I've spent a lot of money this year on coaching. And I'm so thankful. It's working. It's opening my mind. It's expanding my mind. It's showing me things that I didn't even know you could do. Didn't even know about them. And I'm getting so mad that I didn't know about these before. Anyway, where was I? So this 3-day class, it's very intense. It's 5 to 6 hours a day for 3 days. And the instructor, she's awesome, but she talks really fast and has tons of energy and it's loud. But I'm learning. I'm learning how I want to do my business. I'm learning the basics of what to do. And that is everything, you guys. You don't have to know everything, but you need to know the basics. Where do you start? What is step 1? And then you have to put step 1 together and you have to make it strong. It's just like building a house. You have to have a good foundation. Otherwise, well, there's a hurricane going up the west side of Florida right now. And a lot of foundations will stick because they were built to last. They were built for hurricanes. So if your base is built for whatever comes, good economy, bad economy, high interest rates, high inflation, low inflation, if your business foundation is strong, you might have to make a couple adjustments along the way, but your business will survive. And it'll be much easier to pivot if you have your base and if you're open-minded and you're following the people that are where you want to be. And as you grow, you will fire people along the way, and that's okay. You maybe have outgrown them or have decided to go in a different direction. That's okay. Totally fine. You don't have to feel bad about it. My last coach, I got so much value that I felt bad to move on, but I just wasn't getting new value anymore. And I had to move on, but I felt so bad telling them. I have zero regrets of being in their program. I learned, oh my gosh, so much just because they gave so much, and they taught me give value and people won't want to leave you. But eventually I just outgrew it, which is fine. So I fired them and immediately hired a new one. But that new one was going to give me and is giving me what I need to get to next. So I have a month and a half left of him, and I can't wait to see who's coming next to coach me. It's going to be big. I think I have an idea, but I'm staying open to who's next. I wish I could hire one person already, but I don't have enough time. I'm working on my base. My current coach is helping me with my base, helping me get launched. Getting launched sometimes is the hardest part. But then once you launch, you just keep tweaking, making things better, making them authentic to you, right? Today I have my free AI lead gen on autopilot class at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm excited for it. I've made some tweaks. I'm growing with that. Like, I'm trying to give a ton of value to the people that come, and then more. Like, what's more? I have more. I'm working on building a loyal following and building a business out of that. It's exciting. And if you want to learn AI, go to my Instagram at my real estate agent lifestyle, at my real estate agent lifestyle, and join my Train Your Chat GPT classes. They're free. I'm teaching on how to generate leads with artificial intelligence and how to put your business on autopilot. All the yucky stuff, how to put it on autopilot. All the things that you don't enjoy doing, autopilot. So you can do the things that you enjoy doing and you probably make more money, right? But it's a total mindset shift. We entrepreneurs think that we have to do everything ourselves, otherwise it won't be done right. And that is a hard mind shift to get out of. But you just can't do everything. You just can't. It's impossible. You'll never grow past a certain level if you're doing everything. It just doesn't, it's a law. It's like a law of, I don't know, is it physics? I have no idea what that law is. The law of exhaustion, the law of, it's just the law, right? I'm just listening to myself talk now. But I'm staying consistent. Remember yesterday I said stay consistent, and I'm staying consistent, and I'm loving it. Day 3, here we are. So, who are you surrounding yourself with? And listen, don't think that you need to change that overnight. Just start putting it out into the universe, into the atmosphere, in your prayers. Who do I need to be listening to? Who do I need to turn off? And not in a mean way, not in a harsh way. Don't burn bridges, but in a quiet way. Who do I need to quietly walk away from so they won't even know I'm gone? Or maybe some people you need to be abrupt and just say, done, no more. I don't know. It depends on the person and the relationship and all of that. But I'm one that likes to just quietly walk away. And they don't even know I'm gone. Maybe. I don't know. I have a couple people that, I mean, if they keep asking you to do things and you say you can't because you're working, eventually they just stop calling. But it's true. I've been working. I have a couple people keep calling, but literally I am working and I am on a mission to get some things done because I want to live like no other. I want to be the person that treats when we go out. I want to take my family on vacation, my whole family, and that takes big, stupid money, right? But I want to be the entertainer, but I can't get to that if I don't make big, drastic changes one day at a time. Consistency, one day at a time. Coaches that will direct you and lead you and push you and pull you. That's what it takes. It takes a real commitment. It takes getting out of your comfort zone, getting around the right people, doing the right things, failing, but failing forward. There's a book, Failing Forward. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to lose. You're going to lose some money. You're going to lose some sleep. I am not sleeping right now. I'll fall asleep right away, and then I'll wake up at like 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'm wide awake. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. Sometimes I do meditation. Sometimes I'll turn the TV on. It's frustrating. But it's just where I am right now in my life. And it's okay. It's okay. So maybe you need to pull out a pen and paper and start reflecting on the people in your life. Write down everybody's name that you see on maybe a weekly basis or a monthly basis. Write all of them down and ask yourself, are these people feeding me or am I feeding them? Are these people going to help me get to the next level? Right? Is hanging out with this person important to my future? If I don't hang out with this person today, will my business be better off? Will I be closer to my dreams? Because it's not for forever. Okay? If you cut some people out now, it's not for forever unless you burn the bridge. But if they care about you, they're going to understand, okay, she's working on things. He's working on things. He's focused and he's doing it for himself or herself. And that will be better for everyone. If they don't understand that, yikes, I don't know what to tell you. There are a couple people that I would be really sad if they completely shut me out, but I have to understand that it's about them. You have to be a little selfish. And people don't like to hear that you have to be selfish. But there's nothing wrong with being selfish with your time. It's your time. You can never get it back. So it's okay to be a little selfish with it. Trust me. And if people don't respect that, I don't know what to tell you. That's on them. They're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to live your crappy life. They'll probably let you cry and whine next year when you're in the same spot crying about the same thing. People love that. Oh, I know. My life sucks too. What the heck? Who wants that? Enough. It's time. Don't go through another year in the same spot. Start dreaming. That's probably what I need to be doing. I need to write down, where do I want to be next year? Because I actually believe I can get there. I actually believe, because I'm doing little things every day to be just a little bit better than yesterday. I'm getting rid of things that don't matter anymore, things that don't feed me, surrounding myself with good stuff, good people. So that's what I encourage you to do today. Today, whatever day it is for you right now, just really focus and reflect. And this isn't something that happens overnight. It took me, it can take years. But if you focus on it and really put it out there and actually make it a priority, things will change. You'll see changes. So that's it. That's where I'm going to stop for today. I hope you go have an amazing, beautiful day that's productive and fulfilling. And in the meantime, I'll be here working on my next steps, doing the things that I need to do so that I can live like no other. Go be amazing.